Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Shri Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathgami Nayana Pathgami Bhav Tume Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadramaya Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivacharya Asrutrasata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Chanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Sham Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की नवदीप धाम की श्री जगन्नाथ स्वामी की यमुना माई की श्रीमती तुलसी देवी की सामवेद भक्त वृंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदी all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki jai Srila Gurudev ki jai Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pastaya Bhukle Srimati Bir Krishna Goswami Niti Namne Namo Om Sannikashaya Prabhupada Priyaya Jai Sudiptashti Nishtapem Tasya Vakya Nuvadine. Good morning and Hare Krishna. Welcome to this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class at Sri Radha Gopinath Temple, brought to you live on ISKCON Sydney YouTube as well as Facebook. I believe they are also Mayapur TV, Sydney channel. So we have many online viewers. Welcome to you all. This morning we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4. Canto 4 is titled King Prithu's 100 Horse Sacrifices. And we are reading from text number 26. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Naruttamam Devam Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nasta Prayashu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपाकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः. Okay. तद अभिज्ञाय भगवान पृथु पृथु पराक्रमः इंद्राय कुपितो बाणम् आदत्त यथा कर्मुखः आदत्तोद्यत कर्मकः कर्मुक तद अभिज्ञान भगवान पृथु पृथु पराक्रमः इंद्राय कुपितो बाणम् आदातोद्यत कर्मुकः आदातोद्यत कर्मुकः तद अभिज्ञान भगवान पृथु पृथु पराक्रमः इंद्राय कुपितो बाणम् आदत्तोद्यत कर्मुकः तत् अभिज्ञाय भगवान पृथु पृथु पराक्रमः इंद्राय कुपितो बाणम् आदत्तोद्यत कर्मुकः भगवान पृथु पृथु पराक्रमः इंद्राय कुपितो बाणम् आदत्तोद्यत कर्मुकः तत् अभिज्ञाय भगवान पृथु पृथु पराक्रमः इंद्राय कुपितो बाणम् आदत्तोद्यत कर्मुकः. Ladies, तत् अभिज्ञाय भगवान पृथु पृथु पराक्रमः इंद्राय कुपितो बाणम् आदत्तोद्यत कर्मुकः तत् अभिज्ञाय भगवान पृथु पृथु पराक्रमः इंद्राय कुपितो बाणम् आदत्तोद्यत कर्मुकः. Okay, thank you. So, that, abhignaya, understanding, Bhagavan, the incarnation of Godhead, Prithu, King Prithu, Prithu Parakrama, celebrated as very powerful, Indraya, upon Indra, Kupita, being very angry, Banam, an arrow, Adatta, took up, Udyata, having taken up, Karmukaha, the bow. So, the translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So, what you have just recited, the meaning of that. We can all say it together, the translation. Maharaj Prithu, who was celebrated as very powerful, immediately took up his bow and arrows and prepared to kill Indra himself, because Indra had introduced such irregular sannyas orders. That's a dangerous thing, right? So, the shlok that you have recited is that Maharaj Prithu is getting ready to kill even Lord Indra, because Lord Indra had introduced some irreligious practices. Now, who is Maharaj Prithu? Maharaj Prithu is the Lord himself, Lord Krishna. But he came as an incarnation as Maharaj Prithu because the citizens in that particular kingdom were suffering and there was no king, and that kingdom was being pillaged by criminals. And so the previous king was very evil. He was the son of a very pious king. Unfortunately, he came out to be a demon. The kind of demon that kills people. And as a child, he was killing his own friends. So he would go out with 40 kids in the morning and come back with none. And his mother would say, "My dear child, where are your friends?" And he says, "Well, I was playing with them and I killed them all." So he was very demonic even as a child. So his father was very upset that he had a child so demonic. So his father, the king, went away, left for the forest and went to meditate and do some austerities for having produced such an evil son. So then the evil son became the king, and he was even more demoniac. So he was really so demonic and evil. He not only killed, but Mother Earth was very, very upset. And so Mother Earth also stopped producing grains and water. So the citizens were starving. And so the Brahmins decided, let's kill this king. King Veena, his name was. Veena. He was very evil. So instead of, lifting the weapons and things, they just recited a mantra. And the Brahmins were so good at that time, they would just recite a mantra and kill the king. So don't need to do anything. So that's what happened. This is a background story. So then after that demon was killed, there was no king. And so what to do? So the Brahmins again put King Veena in incubation and cloned him. What you have in the science, they will, scientific, they clone people. You've seen lots of movies where, I think there was a movie with a particular actor and he had many manifestations of himself. They had duplicated him in the lab. So here in the olden times tradition, his body was churned somehow, which means like he was put in some kind of a lab and cloned. So then two beings came out, two personalities came out of his body, and one of them was King Prithu, who was actually Lord Krishna in incarnation. So he wasn't really born out of a womb again. Lord Krishna is never born in the womb as such. He's never conceived. So King Prithu came and another lady came. Lakshmi Devi always accompanies him. So she came as his wife. So now they are both ruling the kingdom. And so now things are being fixed. Like the citizens are starving, they are unemployed. So Krishna decided to feed them. So in the meantime, Lord Indra had done some nasty stuff. He had some irreligious principles. So now we are over there that Krishna, who is Maharaj Prithu, is very dangerously angry. He was angry with the earth, planet Earth, for not providing enough grains. And now he is very angry with Lord Indra, because Lord Indra is supposed to be the king of the heavens, practicing religious principles as it is. But he has introduced some funny things. So now he's angry with Lord Indra. So Maharaj Prithu has come to fix a lot of things, rectify the situation, as we said. So what does Srila Prabhupada say in the purport? We'll read that and then we'll discuss some more about this particular situation. So the purport says it is the duty of the king not to tolerate the introduction of any irreligious systems. So since King Prithu was an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, certainly his duty was to cut down all kinds of irreligious systems. Following in his footsteps, all heads of state should themselves be bona fide representative of God, and should cut down all irreligious systems. Unfortunately, they are cowards who declare a secular state. Such a mentality, this is Prabhupada, such a mentality is a way of compromising religious and irreligious systems. But because of this, citizens are generally becoming uninterested in spiritual advancement. Thus, the situation deteriorates to such an extent that the human society becomes hellish. So, just very quickly, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, this is a very interesting one. Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that whenever there is irreligion, when this dharma has deteriorated, in order to, and my devotees are suffering, I come down. I take birth. I take birth, and then I come and protect my devotees. But I come and re-establish the religion, and I actually kill the miscreants. So Krishna is actually a killer of demons. That's his favorite pastime. I say, Lord Krishna, what do you do in your spare time? Or what do you do for fun? I kill demons. But there is a reason for that. So these demons were, they were harassing the citizens. And so Krishna didn't just come as Lord Krishna, he came in many times. He came as Hiranyakashipu. There are many avatars. It's all listed in the Chaitanya Charamrita. I actually had taken some places. I had actually a list of incarnations I had actually got for you, so I can actually read. He's come many times. They say that just like the sand grains on the beach, that's how many avatars he takes. Like in our universe, he came as Lord Ram, he came as Krishna, he also came as Kurma, Matsya. So these are some incarnations. He came as Varaha, he came as Yagna, he came as Naranarayan, he came as Kapila Muni, Dattatreya. These are all his incarnations. Maharaj Prithu is another one that's in our Srimad Bhagavatam. But in other universes, there are many others. Many others. Depends on what kind of universe is happening and what's happening there. He came as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 500 years ago. Not everybody knows that. But it was Lord Krishna himself. 500 years ago, and it's written in our Wikipedia, if you go there. 1646 or something like that. That year, there was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu born, so he's in the records. And it was Lord Krishna. And he comes every time to re-establish religion. Every single time. Because we are humans, we are always ruled by kings who make some weird rules. So that is why Srila Prabhupada actually wrote Bhagavad Gita as it is. Bhagavad Gita as it is. You know why? Because people actually write the Bhagavad Gita the way they think it is. They mistranslate it. They write Bhagavad Gita as they think it should be. So my request is, whenever you buy the Bhagavad Gita, buy the one translated by Srila Prabhupada, because it's as it is. It's not concocted ideas of somebody. So this particular shlok here actually tells us how Lord Krishna gets very angry with someone who is manipulating the systems and making rules. So I don't need to go really that far, but you will see there is a certain religion which is really fanatic and has made many rules which sabotages the women's and children's rights. And they are basically abused daily. They are basic human rights. So Krishna doesn't tolerate that. Krishna doesn't tolerate that. And he is ready now to kill even the king of the heavens, Lord Indra. Now Lord Indra is a demigod. Krishna doesn't make any discriminations. So right now we are in Kali Yuga, as you all know, and lots of nasty things will be happening. Whatever bad thing you can think of, it's happening right now. And that's according to His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Anything and everything evil that you can think of is happening right now. Unfortunately, we don't have these Brahmins that were there during the Maharaj Prithu reign, where they were just able to chant a few mantras and kill the bad king. So the Hare Krishna Brahmins, we are Brahmins, we can't chant a Hare Krishna Mahamantra to kill any king who is out there harassing the citizens. Right now, there's a war going on outside, you know, right? There's a tariff war going on. So, without being too political, it is affecting everyone all over the world, citizens, because the rules are being changed. There is nothing there that is spiritual. And the very citizens who voted for this person are the ones who are suffering. They are out of job. He fired them for voting for him from the government. So right now we're going to have our own elections on Saturday, right? May? What was the date? 13th? Oh, better find out. Otherwise, Australian government is going to fine you for not voting. Over here, it's our right, and we are told to vote. If a citizen in Australia doesn't vote, you get a fine. You have to pay so many hundreds of dollars. But unfortunately, in the States, it's not like that. They don't have a rule to say that voting is compulsory. So majority, there's a major section of Americans who didn't vote. And the ones who voted were voted for somebody who's, creating all this upheaval in the world. So what to do? What can we do? What can you do? Well, the only thing that you can do is pray. There is nothing there that is in your control. And unfortunately, we have made the mistake, or we have made an innocent mistake maybe, of still hanging around in Kali Yuga. However, there is light at the end of the tunnel. There's a lining in the cloud, silver lining. You have the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which does help you. So I'm going to read to you what Srila Prabhupada's take is on this, and how, because for every problem there is a solution. For every problem there is a solution. So what is the Hare Krishna solution to such a situation? And you might have your own methods. You might have your own problems. You might not have the problem of, say, political problem, like I just mentioned. It is good to know the news, by the way. We are Hare Krishnas, and we tend to be so engrossed in our bhakti and our practices in the temple that we forget about the world outside. In one way, it's good, because you don't get touched by a lot of politics and pain and suffering. But on the other hand, we kind of become ignorant on what's going on. So our duty, and I'll remind you what our duty is. Hare Krishna, what is your Hare Krishna devotees? What are your duties? Your duties is to save the world from its darkest hour. That's your duty. It is not our duty to enjoy the religion that we've got. Enjoy, chant and dance, no. Krishna comes and saves the world, and his devotees, they also do the same thing. So they go out and they chant on the streets, Harinam, and they spread the holy names so that you can at least be protected by the holy names. Why? Lord Krishna promised that in Kali Yuga he will be present in his holy names because people are so degraded, they can't do anything else other than call out their names. So he's been so kind, he said, okay, I'll be present in my names. So if you chant the Hare Krishna mantra even once, Krishna is present. Did you know that? That's his promise. But not everybody believes in it until they get into trouble. Then they chant very loudly, Krishna, Krishna. And as soon as they chant, the accident might be averted. Whatever was bad was going to happen. And then that's when they realize, oh, yep, there's something strong in the holy names. It's actually when some catastrophe falls, then you realize, yeah, chanting the holy names is the way to go. So our devotees shouldn't be sitting in the temple all the time chanting Hare Krishna, and it's our duty to go out there and save the world in the darkest hour, any way, by hook or by crook. Indians are quite actually lucky because we are born with Krishna. So that's why Prabhupada was sent to the Western world to preach to the West. And it sometimes pains me personally, very personally, pains me a lot not to see the Western Australians in this temple. Because I was here 25 years ago. I've been here coming for a long time. There was a time when this temple was literally controlled by Western Australians. It is not that I'm being racist, but it's that Indians have the benefit of being born with Krishna. They already know Krishna. What else can you do with them? Not just being racism. It's not about racism. It's just the West, they don't know Krishna. So it is our duty to bring them. And it will be they who will save us from the darkest hour, actually. Why? Because like Lord Indra in India, religion is being twisted and changed. And so it is being twisted and bended to cater for the needs of the person who has changed the Bhagavad Gita, who has changed the Vedic literatures for political reasons. So that is why religion is being degraded, it's being degraded slowly, bit by bit. But out here in the West, when Srila Prabhupada preaches the Bhagavad Gita as it is, then religion is established as it is. And then people wonder, wow, and I'm going to read to you, I'm almost finished, but people will wonder, well, how come the, Westerners are better devotees than Indians? We are born with Krishna, yet their practices are so pure, and they look so pure. They have a certain effulgence about them. All of a sudden, even their appearance changes just by practicing devotional service. It's because they are following Bhagavad Gita as it is. It's not because they are following some person's ideas that has been invented for political reasons to oppress women and children or to get power, that kind of thing. That's happening sadly. So Lord Indra here also did something to help himself. And Krishna was ready to kill him with his bows and arrows. So I'm going to read to you what Prabhupada has said you can do. Prabhupada has said, and this is really important for you, Krishna is always ready to help us, provided we are also ready to cooperate with him. Provided we are also ready to cooperate with him. If we cooperate with him, what Krishna desires, if we want to do little, immediately Krishna will help you. If you work 1%, Krishna will help you 10%. They say that you take 1 step to Krishna, he takes 100 steps towards you. Because he knows we are very feeble. So I will read to you a little bit, it's from his lecture on Srimad Bhagavatam 1.10.2. He spoke in Mayapur on June 17th, 1973. Prabhupada said, so the fact is that we have to see Ishwar, the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is Pritamana, that is gopis. The gopis' lives like that. We want to see always Krishna satisfied. So he's trying to tell us, satisfy Krishna. Make him happy. How do we make Krishna happy? Chant Hare Krishna. That is making Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu extremely happy. Because he was born 500 years ago and he taught us, you chant this Mahamantra that's written up there. He actually came down himself in the disguise of a devotee. Did you know that? Because we're too stupid to know these things. So he had to come and teach us. So if we chant Hare Krishna, he's really happy. Why? Because that we are helping not only ourselves, but we are helping others to escape this really terrible situation. And it's not going to get any better, by the way. Kali Yuga will advance. Until Kalki himself, Krishna, in the form of Kalki, will have to come and kill everybody and re-establish religion. That's when the new age will start, Satyug. So, here, they want to see Krishna always Pritamana, satisfied. That is our Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. How to see Krishna Pritamana, which means happy. That is our business. Here in the material world, everyone is trying to see himself how much satisfied I am. Everyone is trying to become happy himself. But the only way to become happy is through devotional service. Did you know that? I'll give you an example. If you sweep the floor in your house as a child, your mother forces you, clean the house, clean your room. You'll be so miserable. I hate sweeping. But if you are told, clean the altar, clean the temple, you are in ecstasy. I got service, great. I'm helping Krishna. That's the difference. Devotional service gives you happiness. It is a fact. If I've been like a long time devotee now, and at every turn, sometimes my service is taken away because of whatever reasons. I might not be present physically here, I might be in another country, or, things change. I can't wash dishes anymore, big pots. I used to wash them once long time ago. But, I tailor-make so that I'm about to give some service. If I don't have service or given service by the management, I make service for myself. How? I chant Hare Krishna, that's service. But at every turn you have to do devotional service. Why? It will make you happy. When I go to work, my workmates say, you look happy. And as compared to others who are not practicing devotional service, and I can't tell them because they won't believe it. Why the Hare Krishnas have a certain happiness about them. It's through devotional service. So what can you do? Well, you chant. That's a service. Did you know? You come and see Krishna. That's a service. You even wipe the floors, or you clean the car park. Or it doesn't mean that you have to be a pujari. Actually, it's written in a Bhagavad Gita that even the pujaris and the person who's cleaning the windows or cleaning the floors, Krishna looks at them equally. It's equal service. I might be sitting here giving a class, but there was a time when I was to wipe and wash the dishes and paraphernalia, everything in the morning. I used to drive from Randwick, and people used to be amazed, why do you want to drive from all the way just to wash little paraphernalias outside? Why? Because it makes me happy. So that's the secret of happiness. I'm telling you the secret of happiness. It won't be making much of money. And actually, Prabhupada here, he says something that I'll have to scroll a little bit, but he says, Krishna doesn't want your halwa and puri. He doesn't want that. Prabhupada says that. He says he doesn't want anything that good that you have to... Krishna, what he wants is that you offer that halwa puri with love. Krishna doesn't say in any Vedas that you offer, this is Prabhupada who says it in this lecture. If you want to read what lecture, it is in 1973, June 17th in Mayapur, he says that. So you can go back there and read it or hear it. Prabhupada said, this is for the pujaris. Prabhupada said, nowhere is it written that you offer something with mantras. It says in the Bhagavad Gita, you offer me a leaf, flower, fruit with love. Devotion, that's what he wants. He doesn't want your elaborate mantras. So, Matajis came to me once because I am a pujari. I was taught by our DT worship minister himself, personally. So, he said, Mataji, how do we do these artis? How many times do we have to do the circles? The circles around here, circles around there, what mantra? And I said, well, according to our Shastras, written by Narad Muni himself, You do it 7 times here, on the face. Or when you are offering diyas, you have to go to the feet first, and then the navel, and then the face, and then the 7 times around. 4, 3, 2, and 7. However, Krishna never said the same thing that Prabhupada said. He doesn't want that offered with mantras. And 1, 2, 3, 4. You're so busy counting that you forget to see Krishna's beautiful face. So I said, if you miss that 7, or if you miss the 4, 3, 2, don't worry, Krishna is not going to curse you and put you in so much problems. Krishna will say, this person is offering arati with love. So what Krishna is saying is, you give that, whatever it is, you give with love, devotion, with your heart. That's what he accepts. So here, the citizens were suffering, and Krishna was ready to kill everybody. He was so mad, he was going to damage the earth. He actually went to attack Bhumi, because she wasn't giving out grains. So she had to go in Lord Krishna's shelter. So in your situation, in our situation, there's a war going outside. What do? Well, you sincerely call Krishna. You chant, you call his names. But whatever it is that you have, you offer to Krishna with love. So if you are calling his names, you offer with love. So it has to resonate with your heart. That's what my guru says. So for those of you who want to know how to chant, quality chanting, we chant on our beads. What is quality chanting? Quality chanting is obviously one where you don't torture devotees after you finish your 16 rounds, and you go and torture them by saying, whatever it is you do, I don't know what you do. Or be bad to people. Or kill animals. Did you know that those people who eat meat, they are eating blood of some poor animal who has screamed in pain for getting their throat slit? And if they could talk, they would say, please don't kill me. But they don't speak our English language, maybe. So after chanting, you go and eat meat of some poor animal, eat the flesh. That's bad. So what is quality chanting? Obviously, we don't do that here, which is good. Quality chanting is one where we chant with our hearts. With our hearts. We call Krishna genuinely. That is why I started Tuesday Kirtans. People think, well, not people, some might think this Mataji wants to be famous or something. It's not that. We need to chant all the time. The Hare Krishnas, we should be chanting 24/7, organizing Kirtans everywhere. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen in our temple much, but at least one day on a Tuesday, on a busy day, we do that. And I always urge whoever is chanting, chant with your heart. That is pure, that is quality. You chant with your heart. No politics, no envy, no desire to hurt people, no desire to have a title or position. Did you know I don't have a title in this temple? I'm not the leader of anyone or anything. Never have been. Don't want it. Don't want it. Why? Because I'm happy as I am. But I have a duty, and so do you. You have a duty to save the world, to get people to chant. And not just chant on a functional, ritualistic way. You have to imbibe that love in for Krishna. You have to awaken that understanding that whatever you do with love, with your heart. As soon as you do that, now there comes the fruit of that. As soon as you offer your heart to Krishna, as soon as you do that, Krishna helps you straight away. I'm going to give you a little example. What happened on Saturday with me. I was supposed to do rego of my car. And You know how mechanics, they see a lady and they charge as much money as possible. Who is a mechanic here? No one? Anyway, they do that. So I was supposed to go to Paramata, the mechanic is over there. I was offering deities puja this morning and giving them some bhoga. And I got a message straight away. I know it is really difficult, so this Mataji is crazy, she can hear Krishna talk. But actually that's what happened. I was told, leave, kindly leave. That I'm in the middle of puja offering bhoga and you want me to leave? Leave for the rejo, that's what that meant. So I quickly stopped everything, put the bhoga and everything, offered it. Didn't even comb my hair, put a ponytail and just rushed out the door. I was told, go, now. So I left. As soon as I reached the mechanic, the garage was closed. They were supposed to open at 9. I got there around 20 to 9 or something, and I thought, I'm here early, it's closed. Why did Krishna send me so early? So I waited, right outside the door, the gate. It was 9 o'clock. The mechanic told me, bring it 9. It's 9, he's not there. It's locked. And I thought, I think I got it wrong. I was told to leave immediately. Maybe Krishna meant something else. I waited till 9:30, nobody was there. I got there 1 hour early. Why did Krishna say go early? That was really weird. Then I turned around, and I saw the entire street was lined up with cars, with people sitting in it. What were they doing there? They were waiting for the same mechanic. And guess what? I was second in line. So the Rejo people, they got me there after they came so late, looked at my car in 10 minutes, they said, okay, go. They did not charge me for any of the bogus repairs for the car that they would have done normally if they saw a lady. What I'm saying is, actually the car is in fit condition, there's nothing wrong, but they didn't invent that you've got to change the transmission or whatever it is, because they had 50 other cars in the line. So Krishna sent me 1 hour early, so I'd be first in line. I'm just giving a small example. So you reciprocate, he reciprocates 10% extra. You take 1 step, he takes 100 steps to you. So something as simple as a rejo, but he saved me some money. Maybe he thought she needs to save her money, so he saved my money. But that is just a small example of how Krishna relates to you, your deities. You think that there are deities sitting on the table at home. No. You might think, oh, I've just got a picture. Nothing. Actually, that picture can talk to you. Did you know that? Because Krishna said, I'll be present. In whichever form you call me, I will be present in that form. So that is a little bit of faith for you this morning. And a tip for you, that you chant with your heart. And he doesn't accept things with mantras. It's not written in any Vedic system. Prabhupada said it in his lecture. He accepts with love. Fruit, flower, water, whatever. So you don't think that Krishna, he's so big and so, a great personality, I've got to give him a really opulent serving. No, he doesn't need it. He owns the whole world. He doesn't need it. He just needs you to love him. Thank you for listening. Is there a comment or question? Yes, Prabhu. Okay. Okay. So the question is for those of you who are listening online. Sometimes these rules and regulations get in the way because we are so engrossed in doing it right, getting it right, that we forget how to love him, right? How to actually connect with Krishna, how to relate. So this is an age-old problem with the Hare Krishnas. I will be very honest, because I'll give you my own example. I had to exercise a trick, because we do kirtans. These days I'm doing kirtans. I've been doing many things before, but kirtans. So Maharaj Jayadvaita, I believe, he came. And he had a whole list of rules on how you sing kirtan and how you don't. And that list was taken out. Without being blasphemous to the Maharaj, the group that we sing, they're from outside. They don't know anything about Krishna philosophy. So if I were to impose those set of rules on them straight away, what are they going to do? Like, for example, one of them was, you only play the certain instruments, you can't play the guitar or the flute or whatever. But actually, in the days of Prabhupada, they were playing all kinds of things. They were playing Congo drums in the park. That's what they were doing, honestly. And they were playing this was in America in the 1970s, and they were the Westerners. They didn't know all these things. So now, the trick I played was, I didn't give that information to my newcomers. Why? Because they'll be so upset, or not upset, but they'll be so scared of following kirtan rules that they will say, well, we can't do this, it's too hard. And they will not come. So I didn't bother posting it. But as a devotee, I would observe it myself, obviously, because I have the stamina. So, so I did the trick, the strategy. I didn't even tell anyone. And to be honest, people will forget, because then after that, 2 months later, somebody was playing a whole bunch of flutes here. The wooden ones, the bamboo ones. So the trick is, I'll give you another trick, another example. My Guru Maharaj, when he was a brahmachari, and he was in the temple, and he was being given too much service, because obviously in those days, there was a lot of service and not enough people. But he had to chant his rounds, by hook or by crook. So he will say, well, I'm going out for shopping or whatever it is to buy the bhoga for the temple, but he'd sit there and he'd finish his rounds. So sometimes you have to be tricky. That's the whole thing. And you don't need to tell anybody that, because it's your personal connection with Krishna. That's one solution. Second solution is, you have to find a way to connect with Krishna with love. Now, how to do that? The best way is to say, well, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, in the final chapter, he said, I'm your best friend. So you tell Krishna, hey, Krishna, you're my best mate. Please accept this. So you then start connecting with him as his best mate. So the relationship there becomes a little bit different from chanting the right mantras, following the right rules, because you are connecting with him on a personal level. So that's trick number 2. Connect with him on a personal level. So this I have found personally myself. I was a pujari here, and offering all the artis and things, and offering bhoga, the 12 o'clock one. But in my own home, I don't practice that same kind of arti. And then one day I had to. And then I was like, oh, this is Krishna, my best friend. How am I going to offer him a formal arti? So the formality there disappears, because you are connected to Krishna in a personal level. So that's trick number 2. It is internal, by the way. You don't need to tell anybody. It is internal. So you keep it to yourself, and it's between you and Krishna and nobody else. And there is a situation where brahmachari is in the temple, so they can't really say, Prabhuji, you've given me too many rules. You can't say that. You'll be kicked out. So then the element of tolerance comes in. Like if I am learning, when I was learning my DT worship from the DT worship minister, he gave me a bunch of rules. He's extremely strict. It's very hard to be trained by someone like him. People cry. Honestly, I'm telling you. People cry. And I had to go there because my Guru Maharaj said, you be the head pujari in North Carolina, have to tolerate somehow. So tolerate. So I tolerated. In that tolerance, I learned everything that I needed to. And Krishna said, nothing lasts forever, everything is temporary. So my training was temporary. After I finished, I came out intact. No problem. So as long as you are here, tolerate until you learn the needful. However, never forget your personal connection with Krishna. And by hook or by crook, chant your rounds. Does that answer the question? Pretty much, hopefully. You have to use your intelligence and, beat the trick. Yes. Hare Krishna. Oh, good. That's a very good question. How do we know that Krishna is accepting your offering? How do you know that Krishna is accepting your personal level? I've actually given you an example. He sent me to the Rejo 1 hour before, and I thought that I had got it, misinterpreted it. I thought it was all my imagination. But, I went there. I was second in line. I didn't know that I had to join a queue. So, as you practice your personal offerings to Krishna, you will feel the reciprocation in somehow or the other. It will be there, and you'll be like, what a miracle. I didn't know that. This happened. I'll give you another personal example. I was very new, like yourself. I wasn't a devotee. I had just left meat. So I was born in a meat-eating family, obviously. So I was very much similar to your age, actually, around that age. I was driving in a car, and somebody came and hit me out of the blue. And the car was a small Daihatsu Charade, very tiny, as you know, Daihatsu Charade. It's a Korean car, but very small. So the car was crushed like a aluminium foil, like a ball. And I was sitting in the middle of it. That's how bad the accident was. This is the honest truth. Sitting in the asan, telling the truth. Now, what had happened was 2 weeks earlier or 3 weeks earlier, I met a lady from Radha Govind Temple from New York. She was living in Brighton, where I was living at that time, near the beach. She was a Hare Krishna devotee. And like all devotees, she was doing her duty, saving the world. So she gave me and in those days, there were little cassettes in the car. You put the cassettes, not the DVD or the CDs. And so she had given me a Hare Krishna japa. In the car, I had put the cassette inside, and it was playing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I was no devotee at that time, not practicing. But I was listening because I have a love for these things, music, naturally. So I was relating to the sound, vibration. So when the car got hit, it got crushed, but I didn't get a single scratch. Nothing happened to me. The man outside pulled the door out. I got out. It was 100 meters from the metal scrap business. They were buying and selling metal scrap. The cars was sold for $100 scrap. And I went home without a scratch. Because the Hare Krishna Mahamantra was being played. And I was listening. So I'm not saying I'm a great devotee, but I'm just saying the power of the Mahamantra is great. It can save lives, literally. So don't worry if you don't get the reciprocation immediately. It comes with practice. The more you offer, but it is your personal connection with Krishna. Plus, you need devotee association, their blessings. Actually, to be honest, when I was born in a place, when I was maybe 4 years old, Prabhupada came to Fiji, so I saw him then. Real life Prabhupada. My family's, my grandmother, I think maybe 3, 4 years old. So I think the blessings were from a Vaishnava was there. Because he came to our shop and all day I was playing in the shop while Prabhupada was there. I was told that I was playing on bags of rice and sugar and all those things. We had a grocery store. So he had come because there was no devotee or temples in the... So he had paid a home visit, a shop visit to Prabhupada. So you need Vaishnavas, the blessings. So you need to have the association. Like Narad Muni, he became a high-level devotee because he ate the remnants of the sages. So he became Narad Muni because he had the devotees' blessings. And with those blessings, then you practice. And it will certainly be accepted. It's said, Prabhupada has said, you ask Krishna for help, he is ready to help you. He will. So thank you. I think I've gone over time. Thank you for listening. Hare Krishna. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam Puran ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai.